Hello, everyone. You're listening to Kicking It, a martial arts journey. And as always, I would be Tim.
And I'm Ann.
Did we do something recently?
Oh my gosh, did you guys know? We went to Korea. I don't know if you all knew that.
Yeah, I don't know if we've talked about that at all or not, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's this country, South Korea, or the Republic of Korea, to be clear.
Yeah, which apparently we have to be clear too, because I'm pretty sure everyone asked.
Oh yeah, when we were
all of y'all asked.
When we were telling people, hey, we're going on this trip, they're like, not North Korea, right? I'm like, no. No.
Yeah, they don't let Americans into that one.
Yeah, at least not us, anyway.
Right.
Anyway, before we dive into talking about the details of this trip, Anne, I actually wanted to start with a question for both of us.
Okay, yeah.
What did going to Korea, the birthplace of Taekwondo, mean to you?
I have one word to answer this, and it's dramatic, but I don't care. That word is prophecy.
That is a dramatic term.
I know.
Do you want to explain and define that?
Yes. It fulfilled an internal prophecy, and I will get into that. And it sounds dramatic, but life is more fun when you're dramatic. So
Hear, hear.
Yeah.
Boring people don't have fun either, so be
Exactly.
dramatic, have fun.
Yeah, it felt like everything that I didn't even think it would be. It was beyond. It was beyond.
Yeah.
So, yeah. How about for you?
I mean, well, I didn't have a word quite that dramatic prepared, but I'm feeling a certain pressure to come up with one.
Go ahead, we have all the time.
So, let us say serendipitous.
What?
Fun fact, I learned that word in second grade. So, shout out Mrs. Baraboo. Thank you for teaching me that word. But serendipitous, loosely defined as finding something when you're not looking for something.
Oh my
I went there looking for Taekwondo experience and a good time, maybe a story to tell, and I got all that, but I also got a deeper appreciation for just how big the world is, a love for a culture I've been learning about my whole life, but didn't know was as amazing as it was until I felt it. I got all the martial arts stuff I wanted out of this and more, but I also just got an appreciation for how big and beautiful the world is. And I understand why my mother and sister travel so much now. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Before this trip, the only time I had left the country was a couple Canada trips.
Right.
So.
And I'm pretty sure, I remember this really specific moment when you and I were traveling, and it was a beautiful, quiet moment where we might have been in the mountains. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you turning towards me, and you're like, I get it now. You're like, I get why my family travels. And you're like, I could just tell something clicked deep, clunk,
Well, we were in the mountains, mountains speak to people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll talk about those mountains more deep. We do want to do this trip chronologically, but yeah, serendipitous.
Yes. So we're going to tell you about the story in order, chronologically, because we thought we were going to be able to do recordings there, maybe even recordings every single night. We had high hopes for that. And we apologize that we weren't able to get to that. We really tried. However, the reason is it was just so action-packed.
Yeah.
We had to wake up early, and then when we got back, we were so tired we had to just hit the metaphorical hay. So.
And if we weren't exhausted, it was ultimately a choice between sit around and talk or take advantage of where we are and go have more experiences so we could talk later.
Yeah, exactly.
And we were about halfway through the trip because I had suggested to Dan several times throughout the trip, well, should we record tonight? Should we record? Every time an opportunity to do something cool would come up, and we're like, no. And finally, about midway through the trip, I'm like, I think we just got to wait till we get home.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we're seeing each other since the other side of the planet.
Yeah. The last time I saw Anne at the time of this recording was on the continent of Asia.
Yeah. So this is crazy. So, yeah, I was so sad when you guys left. So I'm so glad to see everyone's back and everyone's...
For those of you who don't remember, Anne stayed an extra 2 weeks, so there will be another Anne-centric episode of her 2 weeks. But for now, we're going to focus on the 10 days we had together.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with the flights. Anne, what's your opinion of a 14 and a half hour flight?
Yeah. Well, they're always going to be kind of awful, a little bit awful. But Korean Air, oh my goodness, they took care of us.
Yes, and that's pretty much the whole reason I brought up the flights, because
Yeah.
flying is whatever. The hospitality and kindness and cleanliness. I'm sad I can't fly Korean Air all the time.
Right,
Because
I know.
Korean Air flies to Korea and to other bigger destinations. If you have to cross the Atlantic and make that 14 and a half hour flight, you're going to be very happy
Right,
on
yes.
Korean Airlines.
Can I tell
That's
you about
for
the things that made me excited about Korean Airline?
Absolutely.
The slippers, so cute. Obviously, everyone gets headphones on every flight, but the TVs worked at all times. There was a flight camera you could see straight forward and below. Also, in the bathrooms, there was Korean skincare for your face.
I missed that.
I was reading things in there that wasn't just soap. There was like facial skincare stuff in the. Amazing.
Yeah, that is incredible.
Yeah, also the stewardesses were they're all the pinnacle of perfection. Absolutely beautiful, just so kind too. So everything was so smooth. And the food was delicious. We had lots of options to choose from.
Yeah, the jokes made about airplane food, I don't think really apply to Korean Air.
They gave us wine. Did you take any of the wine? That was amazing.
No, I didn't get any wine.
Oh. I hope you didn't miss that. Oh, yes,
I missed the wine.
It's okay. If it makes you feel better on the way home, I couldn't drink because of the medications from the... Next episode, you gotta wait and see what.
Yeah.
What
Why
kind of
was
medications
Anna on
Anna?
medications?
Wow, that's weird. You're gonna find out.
Yeah. I was gonna say that is the Anne-centric episode.
Teaser.
Yeah, teasers, as they say.
Oh my gosh! And so landing.
I mean, the moment that plane touched down, there was my God, I'm on solid Korean soil. I was surprised how quickly and efficiently, we got through customs.
Oh yeah.
When we were on the plane, they gave us a card that basically you had to fill out why you were there, where you're staying. They did take your fingerprints, so the Republic of Korea forever has my fingerprints now, and that was that. So
how did you feel after your first 14-hour flight? Are you okay?
I was ready to kiss the ground.
Yeah, my first time killed me. So
yeah, I don't love flying. It's worth it because it opens up opportunities to do things like this. But the longest flight I had been on before this was 5 hours. So this was quite the jump.
And so obviously Korea time difference is almost a perfect, what is it? 12?
I think it's about a perfect
It's like
14 hours.
So whatever time it is
And
now,
it's ahead.
you can just-
It's ahead.
Yeah, it's ahead
So
of date, like in the future.
we celebrated the 4th of July there in our own little way, but really it was still the 3rd in the States. So
Right.
Yeah, so we get through the airport stuff. There was a little confusion, but we eventually get on the bus.
I think our first glimpse of Korean order was the smoking boxes.
Yes.
We were
Yes.
like, wow, they really got their...
Yeah, smoking, very taboo there.
Yeah,
My brother
okay.
said, "Can you bring me back some Korean cigarettes?" And I'm like, "I'll try." And I became quickly that I'm like, I don't know why you're craving Korean cigarettes.
But also on the boxes, they have horrific images of what happens to you. I don't know if you got the chance to see them, but I couldn't look
saw
away
them,
when
yeah.
I saw them. I took pictures of that too, so I won't show them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, smoking, very taboo. Drugs, very taboo.
Drugs very taboo.
And this is all stuff our guide told us right away. Firearms, no one owns them. Anyway, we get on our bus. We start heading towards Seoul, where we would stay the first night. And the first restaurant we stopped at for dinner was very good. It was standard rice, vegetables, fish.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, it was kind of like a hot pot style too, where we had to cook in our own bowls.
Yes.
And that was really fun.
Yes. And tofu and
Yeah,
it was a very good meal. But we didn't know it then. We should get used to it.
Yes, sir.
A lot of the meals were if not exactly the same, very
all of them
very
meals. Yeah, but apparently there was a reason for that, but we didn't know at the time.
I mean, and the reason for that is, this tour pretty much took us a big circle of the country from Seoul downward, and then up and around, and then back to Seoul.
Yeah.
And every time we stopped and ate a meal, we were eating each region of Korea's take on that. So we didn't know that till after the fact. It would have been cool to know that, during.
We started here and we did this circle. So this is, we conquered that country, man.
Yeah.
In a great way.
We saw a lot of it. Obviously, you can't see a whole country in 9 days, but
right.
We tried.
We went everywhere.
We tried, and that's pretty cool.
For the dinner, my favorite was trying lotus there, like the lotus flower. That was delicious.
The lotus was incredible.
Yeah, and it was our first time having like actual authentic Korean food. We learned a lot. So
absolutely, and I want to do a little self-brag here. I figured out rice with chopsticks.
Oh yeah!
It took me a couple days, but I can now eat rice with chopsticks.
Nice.
Minor flex. Anyway, we get to our hotel in Seoul. Very, very nice 5-star hotel.
The name for it was the Novo Hotel.
Yes, that sounds right. Anyway, this was like our first while we're in Korea moment. Because obviously as a martial artist, you're bowing to show respect. And in Korea, the bow is very similar to the handshake and how it's used. And to be in this hotel just walking around and the concierges just as you pass, give you a respectful and graceful bow that I quickly tried to return with this snappy thing. And I'm like, wait, am I supposed to return it? Am I not supposed to? From what I understand, and I could still be wrong, a respectful return is what you're supposed to do. But mine was very rigid and snappy, and theirs were so darn graceful.
It was the most beautiful bow I've ever seen. Beautiful hotel. Every single hotel that we had on this trip was 5-star hotel. And all the meals that we had too were like 5-star meals as well. Yeah. So we looked it up right there.
Yeah. So that first night, it's like 8 o'clock. We get in our rooms. And I'm determined to beat jet lag, so I'm like, well, I can't go to sleep till like 10:30, 11. Because if I go to bed at a normal time, I should get a normal amount of sleep, and then I'll be acclimated to the schedule. It did not happen, by the way. I don't know why jet lag is the way it is, but jet lag's a pain. But in a way, being determined to stay up, message the group for Mama, and it's like, all right, who wants to go on an adventure? Pretty much everyone's down. A quick look at her phone goes, oh, there's literally a park across the street. Let's go explore a park. It was, I think it was called Subway Park. So we cross the street and we check out this park, and very, very neat, very clean park. There was an entrance to the subway down there, and I don't know if it was you or Tia or Lily or someone's like, let's go on the subway. And I'm like, we better not. I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
Which, FYI, it turns out the subway system in Seoul is basically another city underground.
Yeah.
And we did eventually go down there, and we'll talk more about that. And I wish I had known that first night. But yeah, we looked around, saw a statue, saw an exercise park. Just looked around, appreciated where we were.
In our first 7-Eleven.
Yep. And then there was a desire to go to 7-Eleven. Who wanted to go to 7-Eleven?
I believe it was Chloe.
That sounds like Chloe.
Oh, I think we should take this moment to acknowledge our traveling companions, the ones that we hung out with the most.
From Amro Taekwondo.
Yeah. Can we do full names?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
It really sound really important.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, well, they are very important.
We have on this wonderful list Gavin Hassman. Tia Brewer, Lily Alderson, and Chloe Benoit, Shannon Davis Faust.
Yep.
And that was our main.
Yeah, that was our all 7 of us, Amro Taekwondo, and we went part of a larger group, and we made some friends in this larger group.
Let's shout out some of those guys that meant a lot to us, like James Tyndall.
Yeah, good time. Because of James, we know that nightlife in Seoul does not go very late.
Yep.
That first night there, as we were leaving the park to go to 7-Eleven, we saw James, and he's like, yeah, I'm getting in an Uber, heading to some bars, and he got there, and it was only a little past 10, if not earlier. Walked around, and it was pretty much closed, so
Mm-hmm.
Well, New York City is the city that never sleeps. I do believe Seoul, South Korea is the city that
Yeah,
sleeps.
they'll sleep. They'll sleep. Who knows what they'll do on the weekends? I mean, actually, I do. On the weekends, they don't sleep, but during the weekday, they do. They do. Yeah, responsible. Yeah, we got to learn a lot from James because he did go out and have his own adventures too every night. So that was really cool.
Oh yeah, and him sharing his adventures let us learn a lot of things. So shout out James, big fan.
Shout out James for sure.
We got kicked out of a 7-Eleven. Let me explain. We went to the first 7-Eleven, bought what we needed, and then for some reason we had to go to another 7-Eleven, which apparently was in the basement of this building across the street. You get in the basement, and the elevator's not taking us down there. Well, what the heck? We should have taken that as a sign, right? Yeah,
Right.
But we're dumb Americans in a foreign country. So what do we do?
Right.
Oh, hey guys, and this is partially my fault. Hey guys, I found the stairs. What should we do? We follow the stairs back downstairs. Oh, they're on
kind to
B1.
take the fall.
Yeah.
You're kind.
Well, it's true.
Wow.
Yep, and then there's a 7-Eleven. We walk in the 7-Eleven. I'm painfully aware of the fact that I have a can of beer and 2 water bottles that I just bought from the first 7-Eleven. I'm not trying to get accused of shoplifting,
Right.
so I'm kind of looking on. And then the guy's like, "Go, get out," and I'm like, "We'll take the stairs." He's like, "Wait for the elevator." So we got kicked out of 7-Eleven and took that as our cue to go to bed. Which, yeah.
So I thought that we were being smart Americans, right? Because we were like, oh, this isn't working. Let's find out another way. We all learned from Dora the Explorer how to figure out ways around things. And we thought taking the stairs without big brain moment. Yeah, no, everything is there for a reason.
Yeah, the elevator wasn't going to the basement for a reason.
Yeah.
That 7-Eleven ended up being part of a larger network of the underground life that is Seoul. And I mean physically underground, of course. But we'll get to that. Next day, wake up, have the greatest breakfast ever.
Yes, I know.
This is the most 5-star dining experience I've ever experienced. You got, name it, it was there. I myself pigged out on doublings and smoked salmon.
Yes.
What was your favorite thing? I don't have the wordsmithing skills to properly describe. Just
don't worry.
if you can name it, it was there, basically.
Like there's all these different kinds of like French breads and different kinds of carbs, and my personal favorite was the cheese spread and honey. I'm a big fan of cheese with honey. Anything you want for a charcuterie board, anything that you would want for like a Korean equivalent. My favorite was like the Nutella dispenser and all the different kinds of juices, all the fruit that you could want. I would make sure to have mixed rice every morning, lots and lots of fruit, some carbs like fancy croissants with Nutella on it, and then grape juice that was like actual grapes, and it was just incredible. There's omelet stations, of course, and also not to mention the just unbeatable view, because every single time we stayed in a super high skyscraper. Those skyscrapers are crazy high. So
yeah, I mean, speaking of the view, I'm not a big city person, but I will forever love the city of Seoul after my very brief time with it. We get on the bus and we head about, I don't know, hour and a half south to where the World Taekwondo training facility is.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty much our day too. So I mean,
yes.
First of all,
the TaeKwonDoWon in
Muju, not Mushu. Yes, Muju. You were there longer. You got the pronunciation.
This is day 2. Welcome. We are on our charter bus. We have a bus full of our people. It's very comfortable. I have my own little spot to myself. We're on our way to actually go to the training hall. It's been about a 3-hour bus ride to Busan area. And
to the mountain. The sky is so beautiful, and Jeju is famous for fireflies, and they have a firefly festival. And we passing by the
But yeah, we as we're coming in, it just felt like driving into a kung fu movie. I mean, there's things to see everywhere. There's statues of various, techniques and forms.
it's kind of nice to see a place that just is so interested in what you are interested in. Look at this.
Even the flora was groomed in a Taekwondo-esque way, and I'm saying like words like Taekwondo in the hedges.
The landscaping, and there's obstacle courses, and there's a training temple at the top of the hill, and
an observatory at the top of the mountain.
Observatory at the top of the mountain, which we did get to take a cable car to, but
This
we're
place,
getting ahead of ourselves.
The TaeKwonDoWon that's what we're talking about right now?
Yes.
I can rave about that. That place is crazy amazing. If you're obsessed with Taekwondo, you gotta go. Even the buildings that we stayed in, they're all named different things. They're all named after different forms. And whoever designed this estate and this area just really, really thought this out. They were a lover of the arts of Taekwondo itself, because you got it all in this one area. In the main building, there's so many different indoor training places, and outside there was obstacle courses, like you said, and there was one that was super fun, kind of think of American Ninja Warrior style, and then the other one was think ancient training on balance beams, or hitting sandbags, and precision training, carrying rock teapot things. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I will show pictures right now so that you can see this and then this.
Yeah, I mean, we were only there a day and a half. We hardly slept. I could have stayed longer. But we had a whole country to see. So let's real quickly talk about that room, because that room was interesting. So it was a traditional Korean house, is how our guide put it to us. Shout out to our guide. Her name was Irene.
I love Irene.
We love Irene. Yes. You'll hear more about Irene.
I gotta send this to her.
Please do send this to Irene. Hey, Irene, we love Irene. Anyway,
she did that to whenever she took a picture of us, so that she'd be like, "I love Taekwondo."
Yep.
I love Irene, and instead of cheese, it was just a thing.
Yeah.
So cute.
It was a whole thing. Yeah, we should let you in on the joke, I suppose. Anyway, the way Irene put it to us is, this is a traditional Korean house setup. So we put mats on the floor. We slept on mats on the floor. The table was at floor level, sit on the floor. I'll be honest, not the most comfortable night of sleep I had, but worth the culture. Where I was, I would have slept outside on a rock to be where I was. It was a worthwhile experience. So we get there, we eat lunch, and then we're told, go get your uniforms on and meet in the lobby at 1 o'clock. So we do just that. We put our custom uniforms we had made for this trip. They said USA on them. It was kind of neat. And
amazing. They were Adidas as well.
Yeah, they were Adidas brand.
Yeah.
So sponsor us, Adidas.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah. You sponsor us, or otherwise Moto's knocking. Moto wants to sponsor us.
Oh yeah.
Sponsor us. Or Century. Century, are you going to sponsor us? Because there's a bidding war.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because we're gonna make it big.
Sun is looking. Sun's knocking at our door too.
Yeah. I could just get back to them, or I could just get back to you.
Exactly. Anyway, we get our uniforms on.
We all look snazzy.
We looked pretty together. Cool.
We all matched. Even the other groups that had gone with us. It was just such a wonderful moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was one of my favorite moments of the trip, at least uniting us as a group. It became clear we were all there because, we're practitioners of Taekwondo.
Yeah.
We love Taekwondo.
Yeah.
So we get into the place we're going to train, and I got to tell you, it was set up a lot like 5-Star Martial Arts used to be. I mean, there were red and blue mats.
Yeah.
The mats were the exact same brand. Mirrors on the wall. It felt like which was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then our instructor came, and I am 99% sure I am saying his name right. His name was Tung So Kim.
Yeah,
Master
wonderful
Kim.
Man.
Yep. I made sure to mentally check that and write that down as quick as
Oh,
I
I
can.
love how you
'cause
got his full name too. 'cause
I
just
wanted
remember
to. I wanted to remember. You know, if this was the one time that I was going to get to do Taekwondo in Korea, I wanted to remember the name of the person who did that for me.
I gotta ask how you remembered that though. Like, did you just repeat that in your head?
Yes,
Like, I don't.
yes.
how
So
do you-
like when he introduced himself, he said his name, and I knew I had enough foresight to know that I wanted to remember his name, so I just kept repeating Tungso Kim, Tungso Kim, Tungso Kim
Wow.
in my head repeatedly.
That's inside, everybody. This is how Tim Lang remembers stuff. I try to do that same thing, but it don't work.
Fair enough.
It don't work.
I also, like, when we were done, went and wrote it down. Because, again, it just was a detail that I wanted to make sure I remembered. So it's also important to distinguish that this was definitely World Taekwondo. This location,
Yes.
this organization, World Taekwondo. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, I mean, that's the style you see in the Olympics. It's a very athletic,
Yeah.
kicking heavy.
It's the sporty, the fun kind
Yeah.
of. You know, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's very much the more sporty, more athletic
Yeah.
version of Taekwondo as opposed to a little less traditional General Che Taekwondo,
Right.
which is okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
They're both beautiful for their own
yeah.
reasons as well. It's very interesting, isn't it? How the focus was so heavy on WTF. I even found that to be
yeah,
unexpected. It's great though. I think that Korea just really loves their WTF as far as like the face of Korea.
yeah.
They love it to maybe be WTF because that's what they push out. Does that you think that's it?
So
Because, like, that's what everyone sees.
I've
because WTF
heard-
is the demo team.
I've heard. Well, yes. The WTF is what produces the demos. The WTF is what produces the Olympians. Like,
Right.
It's very cool and it's very flashy. And if you're putting something out as, you know,
As your staple.
as your
yeah.
as your staple, as your sport, as your pride, like, I get why that's the product, you know, they chose.
Yeah.
Anyway, so training starts and Master Kim warms us up pretty good. Now, Master Kim spoke English, but not fluently, so
Yeah, just a little bit.
yeah, like enough that he could communicate with us, but like when he was struggling, he'd speak Korean, and Master Han would translate for us. Master Han would be
Hung.
Would
Yeah.
be the man who organized this whole trip.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
yeah. So he's warming us up, and I think we're all just like excited and jacked up and ready to be there. And Master Hung is reminding us, hey, don't go too hard, don't hurt yourself, which
Oh, yeah. He
was
so worried
actually
about
really
us.
good advice, because the last thing you want is to be injured across the world. You know, like the excitement of being there like makes you want to put everything you have into it, and we did, but you also have to be smart
Yes.
about the effort you're putting in. And
If you didn't tell us that, we would have gone 100.
I would have broken my body.
Yeah.
Master Hun, well, at the moment it was a little like I appreciate what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
the workout itself was very aerobic. It was all about, you know, quick movement, constant bouncing. Again, a very World Taekwondo staple.
Right. Yeah, we got to learn really eccentric kicks. Even I really struggled with a lot of them too, which is awesome. I mean, everyone loves a challenge. And then I also have to shout out our very own Mr. Lane, because we did a question and answer at the end where you could request like what things we should work on. Everyone was asking, oh, can we work on this kick, or can you teach me how to do this kick? And then he'd be like, yeah, absolutely. And then Mr. Lang was like, hey, how about a backspin hook?
Jumping, twisting back kick.
Jumping, twisting back kick, yes. And then Master Kim was like, yes, let me see yours. And then Tim does it, and it was incredible and perfect and flawless. And then Master Kim's like, what do you need to work on? He's like, that was perfect. Wasn't that so great?
Yeah, I guess
In my words, that's how it went.
I I was like, look, I came all the way to Korea. I don't know if I'm ever going to be here again. Why would I not take this opportunity to ask for feedback about my favorite kick? And I truly thought that maybe there was a little something that he was going to tell me, oh, do this or do that. And there was a little something like, I did get that. You have to travel to Korea to learn this knowledge secret. And I want to talk about that too. But like on this specific moment, you know, he's, as we established, you know, has English, but not necessarily totally fluid. So as I'm talking, like I'm doing it, and I'm like, so I think the whole thing's supposed to look like this, and that's why I did it. I was not trying to show off, but then of course he paid me the very kind compliment, and I had to be like, oh, well, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And internally, you know, I'm screaming like a little girl, like, oh my God. I went to Korea, and while I was far from perfect, I had a legitimate Korean master tell me that my favorite kick was very good, and tell me, why are you asking for feedback? It's perfect.
Even I was screaming like a little girl on the inside for you. That was
yeah. And everyone else, you know, and Amro who knows I love that kick, and I almost every time I teach I incorporate that kick some way, mostly because I want to do it. But everyone else in Amro was like, oh, came up to me and congratulated me after. But it was hard not to like portray the emotion of like what that meant to me. It meant a lot.
You're like, I gotta be chill.
I don't know what I was expecting, but you just do something for 20 years, and then you go to the place of origin to do it, and you're just... I guess I was mentally prepared to be told, I don't know what you're doing, but it's not Taekwondo. I don't know why, but I was just mentally prepared for that. Instead, I got one of the best compliments I ever got.
I actually had a very quiet moment like that too.
I was actually just going to ask if you had one during our time.
It was quiet, but it spoke right to the little green belt inside who could not do a side kick. I couldn't do side kicks for so long. It took me the longest time to really learn how to make it perfect, and we were doing them, and I was doing that thing where I really torque that side kick, and then as he was walking past, he was like, perfect, and I was like,
okay. So yours was a little less in front of everybody?
Yeah.
Because I was like real nervous to do that in front of everyone, but like I'm like, I have to do this.
Yes. I
flew across the world, but I'm glad you had that. You hadn't shared that yet, so I'm glad you had that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was very validating to know that I didn't waste the last 20 years. But the thing is, was not perfect in that class.
Yeah.
And did get corrections and did get feedback, which was good.
Yeah.
And that leads me into the other thing I want to make sure I talk about. Like, one of the questions I got when I got back was like, so you flew all the way to Korea to do Taekwondo. Did you get like some like ancient secret that you couldn't get here? And I was like, yes, I did. Yes, I absolutely did. And do you know what I'm going to say, Anne, or am I holding in suspense? I'm just curious.
A suspense, but I'm hopeful I'm going to hear what I think it is.
Oh, okay. Well, as we mentioned, worked on, very athletic, very aerial kicks. And the thing he said that made everything click, and all of a sudden I was doing these kicks in these classes far better than I've ever done them anywhere else, is that your head and your shoulders are the steering wheel of your body. He didn't use the word steering wheel, but like he basically said the movement and placement of your head and shoulders are almost more important than the movement of your feet, because that controls the momentum of the rest of your body as you're trying to do this. And I've never had it like put to me in quite that way. Like,
yeah.
And like once that was put to me that way, like it clicked, and I was able to do some kicks I either haven't been able to do in years or just have never been able to do.
I'm so glad that you brought that up, because a lot of I had briefly forgotten about that, and that's why I love doing this podcast too. As a side note, it brings up things that I don't remember when we have conversations about this. That was everything, because like when I heard that, it was kind of like like get out of your head a little bit about things. Focus on a different part of the body for a change, instead of putting all of your mindset in your feet and in your leg work, and then your legs just kind of knew what to do.
Yeah.
That blew my mind.
And of course you're naturally going to focus on what are your feet doing.
Yes.
Because you're kicking.
And then you get all discombobulated because your head isn't in your feet.
Yeah. I will tell you, first class I taught when I got back, I'm like, okay, we're doing advanced kicking, and I need to talk about this now because I don't want to forget it. Your head is your steering wheel. Your shoulders are your steering wheel. And like when I started to break it down and I started thinking about it deeper, like for men at least, our center of gravity is our shoulders. It makes sense that our head and shoulder movement is gonna like give us, more momentum.
Yeah.
I mean, for women it's a little different because your center of gravity is in the hips, but still, like,
right.
The movement of your head matters.
Yeah.
Where you put your
Definitely.
eyes, like with any like athletic undertaking, where you focus your eyes is where you're gonna naturally go. So if you twist your head and twist the shoulder, you're gonna,
Yes.
So that was like the big. That was the thing I had to fly halfway across the world to learn.
That's awesome.
And I could have learned it other ways, but and maybe I did subconsciously learn that, but just the way he put it in that moment, maybe I was just the right, age and right maturity to understand it at that time. I don't know, because I've had phenomenal instructors who have taught me phenomenal things here in the States and have gotten me to do incredible things, but that was just that was the wisdom that I got to come back with. What about you, Ann? Any other nuggets from that? Because this is a martial arts podcast, so we should spend a lot of time on this.
I totally agree with you, because this moment with training at the TaeKwonDoWon, that's like one of the biggest reasons that we came here. So we're gonna spend a hot minute on it, because like one of my favorite things that I learned, because we got to share this with you guys, right? It's a lot cheaper for y'all. The energy too that I noticed with like the WTF classes was really fun. Like how everything's like, I have a worse memory than you, but hopefully this will like trigger some for you. But like with like the like ready, set, go, and like the line drills were really, really snappy and really like quick, and all really, really good line drills. Also the energy with the key hops and stuff, that was really cool to see. And how having that energy pushed up a little bit, that's always really, really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. The energy was unreal, and I gotta say one more thing about this experience, and it makes me a little emotional, but very, very proud to think about. The way that class was structured and the way that class was run felt exactly like a Saturday morning competition class at 5-Star Martial Arts.
Really?
Like right down to the bouncing and the style of drills, and breaking down kicks step by step and making us do step 1, step 2. Okay, now let's add 3. Like it felt like a Saturday morning competition class at 5-Star Martial Arts. And that is like the feeling and the vibe I had the whole time. And again, it helps if they had the exact same style, red and blue masks.
Yeah. Wow, the flashbacks must have been unreal for you.
Yeah.
This was like your movie montage.
It was a movie montage, because it was a moment of the past and present like coming together for me. It was a moment of like, I thought I was gonna come here and learn some hard truths about being on the wrong track with things, but I had quite the opposite experience, and I'm so grateful. I basically left with an appreciation of, holy cow, I was getting a high quality instruction, similar to like they give at the World Taekwondo headquarters. I'm so grateful that I had that, and it was a full circle moment.
Yeah, it really, really was. Like how you said that you feel that you went to Korea for one piece of ancient wisdom. I kind of feel like the one thing that I really walked away from that made the whole trip worth it was that, you know, I'm kind of good at something, and I think I'm doing a good job. And even just as simple as that was just everything that I needed to know that, you know, I have the heart for it, and we've been having great teachers in our community, and something is just, everything's been worthwhile.
Yeah.
And because I'm like you, I thought, you know, going into Korea, I was a bit pretty discouraged, because I'm like, wow, you know, we could either be gate kept, or I was thinking more worst case scenarios before going there, like they're gonna completely show us up. And while they did, some people did, because a lot of them, this is their life, and well, it's ours too. It's just different, but they're just people like us.
Yeah, it wasn't a competitive.
No.
It wasn't a competitive. It was an atmosphere of learning. Master Kim.
So happy to share.
Master Kim was clearly a very passionate individual, and took a lot of joy in what he was doing. And the thing is, for him, that's one of many classes he'll teach to one of many groups of foreigners.
Mm-hmm.
Will that day be something that sticks in his memory? Realistically, probably not. But it will forever for ours. And that's just a illustration of the fact of, like, I think he understood that, though.
Yeah.
I think he understood that this is just a Tuesday for me, but for these guys, this is something.
This is it.
That they'll be talking about forever, so I'm going to make this special. And yet it's just a Tuesday for me. And I just, you know, in that 2.5 hour workout with him, I got the feeling that he brings that energy to every class he teaches there.
He's also, when he's not teaching classes, he's on the demo team.
Yes, he did. He did mention that. Look up Taekwondo demos, guys. They're wild. I've been seeing stuff online about there's like a celebration of like the Korean American Military Alliance, and there's been all kinds of like Taekwondo demos being given to celebrate that. So
that's really cool. I gotta see those too.
Oh yeah, like the people on the demo team are like in army camo uniforms, but like they're doing the high flying, board breaking, and
yeah, always a feat, isn't it? Always a feat to watch.
I think I've said everything deep and philosophical I can say about that class. I mean, I could talk and break down the technical things we did, but this just isn't the best medium to do that.
Right.
With
this is good for talking about it. But I'm gonna pull up some pictures too, so that everyone can kind of see like what we're talking about, because we got pictures with him. We got pictures together. Actually, one of my favorite. This is my favorite picture of the two of us ever. Is this one? I'll show you so you know what I'm talking about. Like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite picture.
Yeah. Yep, I really like this one as well. And this is right before we trained, you know.
Yeah.
Blue and red mats.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to insert the rest of them on the screen so you guys can see. And to make it all even more special was that after the training, which it felt so short, but you know, you and I could have trained all day, every day for forever. So of course it's going to feel short. We're always going to be thirsty and hungry for more. But what made it really nice, having to tear ourselves away from that dojo, was what was upstairs.
A tale for the next day.
Yeah.
For now, though, this has been Kicking It, a martial arts journey.
Stay tuned for the part 2.
Yeah, stay tuned for more Korea.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
We got to stay in our uniform, and we're in the World Taekwondo Federation Museum. Crazy, right? Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's impossible to do things. Everything is hard. For me, Hi, good to see you. What's up? Hello. If you are enjoying the podcast and you want to help me keep creating martial arts content, consider supporting the show. Every donation, whether it's big or small, helps cover everything as far as production costs and allows me to keep sharing stories and insights with you. And when I say big or small, it helps. For example, I've been buying pretty cheap things when I can, but we both know that that's not what you deserve. Quality over quantity. Also, my editing software is terribly expensive. You don't want to know. Unless you do, you can ask. But I would be very thankful if you could help me continue with this project. Help me out on many different platforms. I'm going to put them up all right here. Any of them, whichever ones that work for you, will go straight to supporting this podcast. Also, if you want to support me, but you're like me, in the same boat, don't worry. It is free to promote my stuff, to share and share in the real world too with your friends and your classes. That is the best way to help out a friend. And it's 100% free. But if you have some extra money and you love me, if you have some extra money and you love me, I can be found on Facebook Pay, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. It all works out. I don't want to go in the hole. And I have been spending all my time devoting myself to this and gathering experiences to talk about. So your support means the world, helps this community keep growing and focusing on what is important in martial arts. Thank you for being a part of our journey.